Hey guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, bringing you weekly videos about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. So if you're into this topic, come on over and subscribe because I'm here every week and I'd love to see you here too. And this week's topic is about how natural your intuition is. And intuition, which is something we all have, and I think we can all agree that we have it, but intuition is the gateway to clairvoyance and clairaudience and being psychic. It's not that different. But I'd like to discuss this intuition thing a little bit more because sometimes we have a feeling and it's like really subtle and we're like, I don't know, it's just that little kind of, and then other times it's really loud and pronounced, and it's like when you say, I have a feeling in my bones, like you have a sense, a knowing, like you know without a doubt. And it's just so interesting to me that we all have this. And I think everyone at some point or another in their lives can say, yes, I remember a time when I had this bad feeling, or I felt like this was not a good thing to do, or this, that, or the other. And sometimes we trust it, sometimes we don't. If you're interested in learning how to be psychic and be more intuitive, the number one thing I would say to do is to get a journal and write down those impressions you're getting, and to write down what happens when you listen to it and when you don't. And when I say it is multifaceted the way it presents. So many people will call it that small still voice. Others will have a gut feeling, or the hairs on the back of your neck, or there are so many psychic moms out there. You guys are incredible. I can't tell you how many of you I've worked with who will look in someone's eyes. Like, for example, a child's, a friend of your child will look in their eyes and be like, no, no, this isn't a good one. You know what I mean? So there's so many different ways that intuition presents. But I think what is really fascinating to me is that sense, or that knowing and that feeling in your bones, because oftentimes why I think that's so mysterious is in many cases you don't know until it happens. So my example is, my mom was, she had cancer when she was pregnant with me, but she was in remission for the first 10 years of my life. But throughout my childhood, I had the most horrible feeling that I was going to lose her. And it was really pronounced. Now, and I did lose her, and looking back, I can say, okay, that was a feeling in my bones, like I knew that was going to happen. Where it gets tricky is when you have a sense or feeling, but you're not sure if it's going to happen. I have family that mention that they know somebody that they love, that they have a feeling that person's going to die young, and we don't know yet. They're still here, and I hope that doesn't happen. But it's the idea here is to be able to distinguish between, is this just an irrational fear, or is this something I'm just stressing about for no reason, or is this an intuitive, like, feeling in my bones feeling, And so to build up to that and to really get a sense of it, pay attention to all the factors and all the cues that are all around you, that are telling you to listen. Again, document it all. And notice how it presents to you, because everybody's different. I have had psychic students who hear things primarily. I have students who are clairvoyant, so they will see things like me. I'm naturally clairvoyant. I have a student who has the most precious gift of all in my book, which is instant knowing. She just knows, it drops in her head and she just says it, and she is so intuitive. Now, one thing I want to say, I'm rambling a little bit here, but I want to give you an example of how I've noticed that things are presenting. I didn't have a foreboding feeling. I had a foreboding feeling before September 11th. It was so bad I actually had an upper endoscopy because I had a pain in my spleen. Endoscopy is where they go in, they take a piece of your stomach tissue. So like right after September 11th, I had the endoscopy to see what was going on in my stomach, but it all cleared up after that. I didn't have that feeling before the pandemic. What I did, which is so weird, is I kept listening to this Nine Inch Nails song, Ruiner, um, all the time. I was listening to that and Skinny Puppy. This is dark goth, dark music. But it was like, okay, why? Why am I listening to this dark music? Like, why do I need to hear this? And then it was like, okay, that happened. I had an inkling in the I Ching too, but to be honest with you, no other psychic warning other than the I Ching thing and then the dark music. That's my example, and I'm saying that because that's weird and different, and your intuition can present in a weird and different way than any of the ways that I spoke about today. And when you find out the special way in which your intuition works, it could be a combo of everything. It could be one of the things I talk about, or something totally different. Again, that's how you can get more in the vibe and the in sync with understanding and knowing what is happening and what to watch out for. This goes without saying, and I should have said it at the beginning, but your intuition, the whole point of it is to protect you, keep you safe, keep you on the higher path, and sometimes leading you into karmic situations that you need to go through, but often, or more often than not, it's there to guide and protect you. So if you can really get a handle on how your intuition presents, that would be amazing. So just document it all the time. And as I say in all the videos where I talk about psychic stuff, I know if you don't like to meditate, it's going to be a drag, but meditation is the number one way to activate your psychic abilities. And I've got a treasure trove of meditations, including those that will activate, like a third eye opening one. I've got a psychic setup meditation all over at krishanti.com. So come on over and you'll get a free gift if you subscribe. And before I go, though, please let us know in the comments how your intuition presents to you. Like, do you get the hair standing up on the back of your neck? Do you get a bad feeling in your gut? Do you just have a sense, or do you hear a voice? Or how does it all work for you when you know not to trust somebody? Or you know not to do that thing that everyone's telling you should do, even though it makes no sense to anybody else, you know it's not right for you. I'd love to hear these stories, and everybody else would too, because the more we talk about this, as I say in other videos, the more we normalize it, and it is normal. So please share. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time.